Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of How to Program in Java, and today we're going to be looking into scanners. So you're going to be introduced to a new thing here, and it's called import. So import, basically there's certain things in Java that are like basic things like, if and all that, and then there's certain things that are not defined unless you import the library. So we're gonna, and this is the equivalent to include and stuff. So we're gonna import. Yeah, it's basically the same as like do file include. So import. What do we do? Well, you just do import java .util.scanner, and there's all kinds of stuff you're going to find useful, a bunch of libraries you're going to use. And if you're wondering, this comes with, this is all in here. So it's in your program, so you can just call it and bam. So what is a scanner? So think of your keyboard input, right? You type something and then, it'll look into it. Well, we're making a console application. A scanner is only going to be useful for console applications. For something like a video game, you would use a keynote, meaning like it's like some kind of loop that every time a button is pressed, it does something, depending on the conditions, or you put the up arrow and it moves your character up and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's not like this. This is more like a console utility thing, and this lets you make console applications think a command prompt. And here, I'll give you an example. All right, so we have here, and this is a Linux, but I'm going to use a command that is used in command prompt on Windows, so everybody understands. So echo, basically, when you type in echo, it basically says whatever you put in. So echo hello. So we want to imitate this. So I'm going to just look at this, and I'm going to make my fake command prompt here, my fake terminal. How do we do that? So let's just look at the design here. We have this piece of information. So let's just do that. So we start with print, and then let's just get that in for Christian at Chapman PS2 dev. All right, what else am I going to do? I'm going to do quotations, dash $, dash $, echo hello. Now, all right, so because of the fact that this continues on a new line, I'm going to make a string called private static string, new private static string, new marker. I'll just call it new marker equals this text. And let me see the formatting. So we're trying to imitate this Linux terminal into our program here, our fake program. So, all right, and comment that out. All right. So when we start, I'm going to create a void, public static void, new marker. All right, and then that. I should be able to do that. and then I'm just going to print new marker. Boom. Okay. All right, so we don't need this anymore. What we have to do is call new marker. So we're going to start the program with the while loop. While command awaits equals true, and private static boolean command awaits equals start it as false, and we'll do new marker, and then I'm going to make another void public static, and I'm building this all in the same program. It's fine. New scanner. Alright, so we're gonna do, so this is important. Basically all the stuff he did, I just did, I'm just making like a little program here, but this is actually how you build a scanner. So what you do is scanner, the name, and we'll just call it scanner, equals new scanner, system.in, and then that's it. And now we got to create a string to compare. So we'll just call it string, I'll call it scanners, I'll just call it input for now, because I don't really care, equals scanner.next line. And I want this to have a return, so I'm actually going to show you something. So you can also run code with a string, so I didn't go over that because I didn't think we really needed to go over it. But since I want this to return a string, actually forget that. Let's just do void. I have a way to just come back from that. So we're gonna put all our actual, like, getting our command here. So we have while command awaits equals true, new marker, and then we're gonna put command awaits equals false. All right, equals false, and then we're gonna create a new loop that says while command awaits equals false. Then we do new scanner, and then we do command waits equals true. Okay. So yeah, we're kind of just sending it back and forth, I think. What's wrong here? Command awaits equals false. Why did I put a bracket here? So you got to pay attention to what you're doing. You got to pay attention. All right. So just put insert key. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. All right. So now we need when we put our input. So how do we compare our input? So for now we're gonna use if statements, but there's actually another way of doing this that's really easy. But for now, I'm just gonna use it like this because this is what you know. This is what we're so of course I'm gonna just do up to uppercase, and then we're gonna do dot contains echo, and then I'm sorry, that contains echo, break that off, boom, test. Alright, so while this if input to uppercase dot contains echo, then what do? Well, we're going to do another scanner within here. We're going to do scanner echo scanner equals new scanner system.in, and then we're going to do string input echo equals echo scanner dot next line. So I'm going to review this, and yeah. Alright, so let's try this. Alright, so it did not quite do what I wanted it to do. Real quick. Command awaits equals true. So let me set that to true. So we have to do a space here. Okay. And another problem we're having is I put print, so I'm gonna have to use system.out for now. .out.print, because I don't want a new line, and print only does a new line. Alright, so when we get echo, what we're going to do is we're going to get the input for echo. No. What we're actually going to do is, if you saw our earlier video, we did .substring, because we're going to want this to run on one line. So we got to check the first four characters. So we got to go all the way over here to uppercase .sub string begin index end index. So we're going to have to begin with 1 and end with 5. Whoops, I just closed that. This may be wrong. So, alright. Substring contains echo, and then what we're going to do is, we don't need to do this, I'm sorry. I was not thinking. And then we're going to create a local string, echo equals input dot sub, we're not going to do into uppercase, substring. We're going to begin with 5, and we're going to end with, well, we're just going to check from 5 on. Alright, and then we should be able to do system dot, we can do print, and then we can do echo. Alright, so this should work. Maybe it won't. So, alright, so here we go. We're going to do echo E. Alright, so it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. Echo. Alright, so we have a problem. We haven't, so. Alright, so we're going to put 4. And try this one more time. Echo. Alright, so I think it worked because echo E. Alright, hold on. I'm a noob. .2 uppercase, .2 sub. This might need to start with 0. My apologies. Alright, echo E. Alright, there we go. We just did it. Alright, sorry. So what we just did is we have the scanner, and this gets input. So we can type something in and it'll do it. And what we just did is we just imitated this into here. So the only problem is once we finish our program, we need to do command awaits equals true. So that way it does the little thing. So command awaits equals true. So you're seeing how we're designing with our console where we're not going to be able to do much, but we just made a fake Linux terminal. So echo E. It keeps terminating, which is not what I want. So while command awaits equals true, new marker, command awaits equals false. Might have to change this to if. I'm very sorry, I'm not And then maybe we do while. You see, this stuff can get really confusing really quickly. It's going to take a lot of time to figure this out. Alright, so echo E. Oh, you see, we did it. Alright, so what we did is we took this terminal in Linux, right? And we took echo hello. And we basically, in under, how long? Under 16 minutes, we just imitated the same thing in a tiny 51 line program. So, you know, if you're not thinking, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, you can do a lot of stuff with this. So now I can do the same thing. I can do echo hello, and it looks like a Linux. It's like literally the same thing. Literally. Look. Compare side by side. I just put the same input, and it looks literally like the same thing. So this is what the kind of stuff you can do. It takes a lot of time and practice. But as you can see here, it's going to look for another command if I had it. I only have one command available. So let's make another command. And by the way, if you're wondering, this is basically, you just learned how to do an iterator. So this basically compares something and it runs it. So let's do weather. Let's make some fake thing that says weather. Alright, so we know that we start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if we do 0 through 6, and then from 7 on, because that's going to be a space, and we're going to change this to, yeah, we can call it echo. All right, and no, we want this to be different. I'm sorry. Well, what if we made it to where you can type in a region, right? All right. So that's going to be pretty easy, actually. So all we have to do is check if echo equals whatever we want. So I want to check for Pyongyang. Yeah, I just want to check that out. I want to see the weather for Pyongyang, and we're gonna put this to lower. I'm sorry, you have to do it like this. Dot two. I'm gonna use uppercase. Dot two contains. Give me a moment. Dot contains, and we have to fix that now. Realize this is right. What is up? This is missing right here. And we have to put this all in caps. Pyongyang. Alright, we're checking for Pyongyang. What do we have? Well, what's the weather going to be? Print. Let's print some stuff. Actually, yeah, let's use print. Alright, well, it is chance of rain. The chance of rain is going to be 20%. It's going to be a rainy day in Pyongyang. Alright, so what else? What about the temperature? Well, temperature is pretty cold there, so it's going to be 14 degrees. And then print. Is it going to be cloudy? Might be cloudy. Okay. So we have checked for the weather in Pyongyang. So let's make another. Let's say we want to check the weather for Wilmington, Delaware. Let's see what it's going to be like. Chance of rain, 60%. not 600%, 60%. Temperature, it's going to be a chilly 43 degrees, and it might be cloudy. All right, so now we're going to run this. I forgot to comment that out. Oops. All right, run this thing. Oh, we got our fake Linux here. All right, so let's do weather. You know, we don't have to. Weather, Pyongyang. Oh, I've been trolled here. All right, so we made a mistake here again. We forgot to do substring. Remember, substring is going to be your best friend. So we're going to put the beginning index to 7. Yeah? No? You know, we don't have to do that because we already contain this one. So we have to put it at 6. I have a feeling I put it too much. All right, weather Pyongyang. Nope. So you got to troubleshoot. All right, 8. Something doesn't work, you just go back and change it. 8. All right, let's try this again. Weather Pyongyang. Oh. All right, so we got an error here. All right, so index out of bound, index 0, and for length 0. Okay. Yeah, this is confusing the heck out of me. Weather Pyongyang. We might be cutting 2, you know, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. Weather Pyongyang. All right. So do you know why this doesn't work? Actually, the reason why this doesn't work is, one, we didn't even put the other one inside this bracket. See, the brackets are the thing that nugglers. Another thing is I didn't. Yeah, there. Okay, weather Pyongyang. Wow, really suck at this right now. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the state. Starts at 0, ends at 4. Starts at 0, ends at 5. We have 4 letters. Okay, how many letters? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, that's why you have to pay attention. See, I put 6, so that, of course it's not going to work. Alright, so now we just figured it out. I'm sure everybody realized that before I did. Alright, so, yep, there we go. So we just typed in weather, and it says chance of rain 20%, temperature 14 degrees, might be cloudy. So what about the weather in Wilmington, Delaware? Alright, let's see what that is. Weather in Wilmington. Well, oops, that doesn't quite work. Wilmington. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I said, okay, so. Alright. So, weather, Wilmington. Oop, now we got chance of rain, 69%, temperature 43 degrees, might be cloudy. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope you begin to understand. What we just did in this video is basically I just showed you how to make your own command prompt. It's pretty easy, actually. You know, we just basically took a real legitimate terminal and took those commands and then we put them into, we translate it into Java here. So this is kind of the stuff you can do. As you can see, this program is kind of a mess. So one thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to piece out, a bunch of stuff into other classes so it's a lot easier to read. But this is just a basic, idea. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.